Children inclusion in prayers. Daddy, mommy, don't scroll. Just wait and see how important it is to you to carry along your children whenever you are praying. Don't go with mommy alone to prayer mountain. Mommy, don't go with daddy alone to prayer mountain. Go along with your children. Do you understand? There is an angel always at the presence of God, listening to the voices of the children. Follow me for more and follow me for details as I unravel unto you the real thing and how it works and how you can receive your instant answer as a family when your children are inclusive. You have a prayer inclusion system in your family that includes the children, not daddy and mommy only. Let's look into the book of Genesis 21. In this context, we'll be looking on Hagar's story. Hagar and his son, the story. We are all familiar with Hagar's story and Ishmael, his son. Hagar used to be a maid to Sarah. You know, that's the first son Abraham, our father Abraham, the blessed father, has. But the Lord ordered Abraham. Do you understand? The Sarah asked Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away. Abraham was so heartbroken when Sarah made the decision, because it was Sarah at first time that told Abraham to copulate with Hagar so that they can have a child, which was happened. But at the point in time, Sarah couldn't hold it again. You know, he told Abraham, he said, send them away. But Abraham was heartbroken. But God told Abraham to listen. You understand? God told Abraham to listen, assuring him that Ishmael would also become a great nation. God assured Abraham that Ishmael as well will always become. So Abraham gave Hagar some food when he was sending them away. Abraham gave Hagar some food and water, and she left with Ishmael into the wilderness. You know, they went into the wilderness. When the water ran out, Hagar, overwhelmed with fear, do you understand, left her son under a bush and sat a short distance away, saying, I cannot watch my boy to die. That's Genesis 21:16. That's what so then comes an instant answer to her in that desperate situation. Hagar received an instant answer in her own silent cry. Genesis 21:17. That's the key verse I would like us to look into this moment. He said, God heard the boy. Who did God heard crying? God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what is the matter, Hagar? Because of who? Because God heard the boy crying. If the boy has not been carried along with Hagar into the wilderness, definitely Hagar will have been forgotten. Maybe she will have just been nothing, dead in that wilderness. But because the boy was with him and the boy was crying, God heard. God did not hear the silent cry or the cry of Hagar, the mother. It was a boy. It was the boy's cry that God heard the boy crying. And the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what is the matter? Because of that your son, because of that your daughter, you don't always take along with you when you are going for prayer. That is why your prayer has not been answered. You need to go along with your children whenever you are going for prayer, because you are into it together. As a family comprises father, mother, and children. Mommy, don't go alone any longer. Take your children, take your husband along with you. Even in the wilderness where Abraham was not there, it was only Hagar and her child. Because the boy cried, God answered him. What is the matter, Hagar? Because you have taken your son, your daughter along with you to the place of prayer. God answers, we answer you and ask you, what is the matter? What is the matter? You are praying because of a child in particular, and up to this moment, that child, you have not led that child to Christ. You are doing this all alone by yourself. You don't even allow any other, you don't even allow the child to be aware of what you are going. You go to prayer mountain on behalf of that child. You don't carry the child along. That is why your answer has been tarried up to this time. That is why you are yet to receive your answers up to this time. You need to change the pattern. You need to change the narrative. That is why the Spirit of God is telling you right now, Daddy, Mommy, please, let your children be aware. Take them along to the place of prayer. God is quick to answer the children, because their angels is always with God. He said, what is it that matter? But do not be afraid. That's the last phase of that verse. He said, do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. God has, whenever you take your children to the place of prayer and they are aware of what you are praying for, God has heard them even before your own voice reaches. God did not hear the cry of Hagar. He did not see Hagar. But the cry of the boy led to the angel of God calling unto Hagar, what is the matter? Open a way for Hagar's cry. Please, parents, don't leave your child behind. We need to inculcate values, excellent values, principles of the kingdom into our children as they are growing. Don't leave them behind when you are going to church. Don't lock them in the room. When you're going for prayer, take them along. They will learn with time. Let them understand whatever situation you are going through. They are your soldiers. They are your own soldiers. You need to build them so that even when you are weak, they can stand in gap for you. That is the reason. Then what happens next when God answers, when God listens to and hearken to the boy's cry? God opened Hagar's eye. At that point in time, the solution you need as a mother for that child, if that child is praying, God will get, because after it, God opens Hagar's eyes and she see a well of water nearby. There is a well of water nearby to you. When you allow your child to go with you in the place of prayer, God will open your eyes. So he or she, the boy cannot see, but the mother has initiative to see. The well that she was unable to see before she cried aloud, and the boy too was crying, that same well was so near. But God opened the eyes of Hagar to see a well of water nearby. She gave the boy a drink and they survive. A solution to the boy, a solution to your son's or your daughter's problem, and that will bring survival to everyone in the family. That will bring survival to everyone. Do you understand? God stays with Ishmael as a goal, fulfilling his promises. Do you understand? You just need to don't do anything without carrying them along. There is an adage in my language. It said, as a Yoruba person, I think you don't barb a head when the owner of the head is not there. It is not possible. You want to pray for your child and you leave that child at home. Do you understand? You need to carry that child along. Let that child be aware of prophecy concerning his or her own destiny. You pray for it together. God will give you insight as a mother in a way you can train that child. Do you understand? In a way that can bring survival, just as God has given survival to both mother and child, them in the wilderness. May God help us. As it's come to a deep pain that Hagar didn't even pray a formal prayer. It wasn't a formal prayer that Hagar prayed. She wept her pain, and some of the cry reached heaven. She wept, but she wept her pain, and the cry of her son that reaches heaven, not our own cry. It wasn't a formal prayer. So enough of all this going to the mountain. Hey, my child, my this thing, going to drag that child to Christ. Let that child be aware. Let that child be intentional in prayer. Then you too. You don't need, God sees the heart. He owns everything. He knows the capability of that child. You know how that child can pray. Do you understand? He knows how you can pray. The one blah 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 that child will say, yes, God hears it. It is so instant. It is very, very instant. It is something that you will receive instant prayer. So please and please, I beg of you, learn from now to go along, to take your children along with you when you're going to pray anywhere. Whenever there is a call for special prayer or anything, take your children along with you. I mean, the Lord help us to raise our children in godly way. May we not receive condemnation because of our children. May our children help us. May God use our children for us. May God help all our children, and may God train our children the way, in his way, just as he has promised us, in the name of Jesus. Thank you. Till I come again your way next time on any of my video, please follow, subscribe, so that you don't get to miss any of my episode. Thank you. Bye for now.